Hello, it's time for math, and of course this is Miss Fluffy Polka Dot's favorite subject. So she's sitting here with us. Miss Fluffy Polka Dot, what does this say? Oh, she knows what it is. Do you know what this one is? Do you remember? We had a Blazer Fresh song about it. Equal to, less than. Actually, I guess it goes like this, less than. Alright, so this one is the big mouth turned this way. This one has the big mouth turned this way. So what does the sign mean? This one is actually red. Greater than. Maybe one day I'll learn to write while holding this board in front of this camera, but it's not today. That one is greater than, so I'm just going to put GT. Greater than. This one stands for less than. Alright? Less than. So I'm just going to put LT. LT. That one is less than. My marker is kind of going away. I'm going to have to get a new marker. So in our math book today, we're going to have greater than and less than. Miss Floppy Polka Dot, would you like to tell us what greater than? I think it's Fluffy Polka Dot, not Floppy Polka Dot. So what does greater than mean? Greater than means you got a bigger number on the first side and a smaller number on the other side. So the big mouth is like a big hungry alligator and he wants to eat the bigger one. So you put the big mouth to the big one. Yeah! Well, you're all jazzed up today. Alright, so she told you what greater than is. It's pointing to the big number because the alligator... Sit up there, Miss Flopsy. I can't have you cutting out during math class now if you can't sit still in your seat. We're just going to have to put you away. There you go. I'm going to learn some manners here. I guess in Japan she didn't have manners. Oh, you had manners in Japan? Oh, she's upset now. She's not looking at the camera. Alright, so this one is greater than. So you would put the big number over here and the small number over here. So what's a really big number that you know? How about 800? Can you see that? I don't think you can see that. Let me write on a piece of paper. Let's get a piece of paper. I've got a piece of paper here handy. I have to get me another dry erase marker tomorrow. So the greater than is when it is going this way. So we have 867 is greater than 1. It's greater than 1. Is absolutely much bigger than 1. Alright, what if we had 1? Oh, I've got a little circle right there. I need another piece of paper so I can show y'all. Okay, we're just going to do it like this. Alright, so if we had 1 on this side, we would have to put the less than sign, 867. So 1 is less than 867. So you always want to put the alligator mouth to the big number. And I guess some kids have trouble with knowing which is the big number, but you've always got to just look at the number that comes first. So if you've got one number that is, let's say you have two numbers y'all tend to get mixed up with. They're in the teens family. We have a 91, and we have another number. Alright, so which one of those is bigger? 91. Okay, well which one is 91? This is 91. 90 is in the front. This is 19. The teen family has 1 in the front. So we're going to put the big mouth to this one. Okay? If you've got one number that has 234 and 69. Alright, which of those is bigger? 234 is actually bigger because it has 2 hundreds. How many hundreds in 69? No hundreds, just 69. So it's not as big as 234. Even though 69 is bigger than 34, this one has 2 hundreds. So it's got way more. It's got all of 100, all of 200, and then 34. 234, whereas this one, he never even made it to 100. He just stopped at 69. So he's smaller. So let's look at your math page for today. It's comparing 3-digit numbers. Okay, so I guess what we should do probably before we do that is have a little bit of review. I'm only going to do 2 with you today. I'm going to draw what is that number? Write it down. Write it down. Write it down on your dry erase board or your piece of paper. How much is each one of these squares? You have them in your box. They're hundreds. How much are these sticks? Tens. Let's count it. 100, 200, 300, 310, 320, 330. How do we write 330? Well, to write a number in the hundreds place, you got to have 3. You got to have ones, tens, and hundreds. So how many go in the hundreds? We got 300. How many tens? We've got 3. How many little ones? 0. You have to fill up every place if you want hundreds. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, let's look. Do we have hundreds? All right, so we're going to have the hundreds place, the tens place, and the ones place. If you have hundreds, you got to have 3 places. Ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay, so how many hundreds do we have? 100, 200. How many is that? 500. So let's put that in the hundreds place. How many sticks of 10 do we have? 0. Is it important to write 0 down? Yes, because we need everybody to know that this is 500, not 5, not 50. It's 500. How many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So put 6 in the ones place. 506. 506. All right, moms, if they're still having trouble with that, build a few more, but not more than 3 or 4. You don't want to run it into the ground because once they lose interest, then you're kind of treading water. But 3 or 4 more of those, and if they're not having trouble with it, let's just keep going. Pause the video if you need to do some more practice on that. All right, so here we have some numbers. And if you will notice, they're not building them for you today. They did up here, but they're like, I think they have it. So they're trusting you that you have it. That's a good sign. We're going to do greater than or less than. Well, you know, Miss Amy, she can't keep up with anything. If it wasn't tied on, my head would just be lost over in the corner somewhere. All right, so let's look. We've got, I tell you what, you look at your paper and I'll look at my paper, and we'll just do this at the same time. Find the 1, number 1, and put your finger on it. Number 1. Okay, so I know we're all at the same place. We've got 246 and 146. Which one is bigger? Well, that one's pretty easy because one has 200 and one has 100. So I'm going to draw the big mouth to the big one. Can you see that? All right, let's look at number 2. This is number 2. Find the 2. Put your finger on it. What is the first number? Can you say it? 362. What's the second number? 530. Which one of those do you think is bigger? Where does the alligator mouth need to go? 500 is definitely bigger than 300, so we're going to draw the alligator mouth over there. That's actually called the less than sign, because the first number is less than 530. All right, let's look at number 3. 300 versus 400. Which is bigger? Would you rather have 300 kittens or 400 kittens? Mom's like, just one will do. All right, so which one is bigger? 3 plates of 100 or 4 red plates of 100? Of course, 400. So we're going to draw the big mouth over there. That is actually the less than sign. The first number is less than 400. All right, number 4. Put your finger on number 4. So we've got 650, and we've got, what's the next number? Do you know it? 220. So which one is bigger? 650, 220. Let's just start off looking at the hundreds places. One has 600, one has 200. That's pretty easy. Which is bigger, 600 or 200? Of course, 600 is bigger. We're going to draw the big mouth over there. So we say 650 is greater than 220. I'm really not worried if you can read it that much. I really just want to know that you know which one is bigger. And the big mouth just goes to the big one. And it's important to me that you know which one is bigger, because you have to understand numbers. Because once you get in a real job, then you're going to want to know if they're paying you enough. So you've got to be able to read those numbers. So it's really important. All right, so then we look at number 5. Number 5. Okay, what numbers do you see on number 5? They're pretty easy. 200 and 100. So let's just look right in the hundreds place. We see a 2 or a 1. Which is bigger, 2 or 1? Of course, 2. So 200 is bigger, greater than 100. Let's look at number 6. Right there. What are the numbers? Can you say them? 732, 832. Let's circle the number in the hundreds place. I have a 700 and an 800. Which is bigger? 800 is bigger, so the alligator always wants to eat the bigger number. So 732 is less than 832. Still listening? Or have you zoned out? Come on, we just got 2 more to go. We can do this. It's number 7. What does number 7 say? 460 or 420. Let's circle the number in the hundreds place. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. It's a 400 and a 400. We can't tell by looking at the hundreds. Let's go to the next place. Let's underline the tens place. I see what in the tens place? A 6 and a 2. Which is bigger, 6 or 2? 6 sticks of 10 or 2 sticks of 10? Of course it's 6. They didn't trick us, did they? So 460 is greater than 420. Last one. Tick, 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 tick. Are you still looking? All right. Miss Polka Dot here. She wants to help us. Okay. I got this. 175, 195. So which one is bigger? Well, let's see. Well, we got 100 and 100. She's working on it. She's got that part. So which is bigger? 100 or 100? Are you kidding me? 100 plus 100? 100 and 100 are the same. They are equal. Let's look at the tens. Oh, I didn't even have to tell her. She already knew which place to look at. What's in the tens place? Well, there's a 7 and there's a 9. So which one is bigger? Well, I know that 9 is bigger. Yes, it is. Okay, she's excited about this. All right, so she said the 9 is bigger. So do you agree? I agree. 9 is bigger than 7. 9 is more. So I'm going to put the big mouth over there. You got it. Give me 5. 195. So if the small number is over here, the way you read it is 175 is less than 195. Just be sure you got that big mouth going to the big number, so the hungry alligator can get his tummy filled. All right, if you look at the back of the page, you're going to circle. They've got a number in the front and a number in the back. You have to circle the correct way. Be sure the big mouth goes to the big number. So that's the first 4 problems. And then on the next one, it says use the clues to make a picture and write the numbers. So we're going to do one of them together. So Dottie, it says 10 less than 112. So this is how you draw 112. 100. What do we need for 100? We need one big square, because that's 100. Okay, so I'm going to put one big square. Thank you, Dottie. Oh, Dottie fell over. Dottie, sit up. All right, it says 112. So 12 has one stick of 10. Ooh, she's good. It's got 2 ones. All right, so this is what you should have on your paper. This is what Dottie told us to have. 112. 100 and one stick of 10 and 2 ones. All right, now the picture says 10 less than that. So we got to take away how many 10s? 10 less, that's one stick of 10. You got 10 and a stick of 10, so take away one stick of 10. All right, so I'm going to scribble out one stick of 10. Now what number do I have? I know. Let the kids think. Let the kids think. Oh, she just can't hold it. Y'all better figure it out. You better figure it out. Oh, she's going to write it down. Just count what you have. All right, this is what Dottie got. 102. You notice I keep changing her name. 102, because in my mind she's Dottie, but actually her name is Fluffy Miss Polka Dot. But that's just so long, but that's what y'all named her. All right, so it's 102. You notice she didn't just put down a 1 and a 2, because that would have been 12. We have 100, we have 0 10s, and 2 1s. If you're writing down a number in the hundreds place, if it has hundreds, you've got to have 3 spots filled, 1s, 10s, and hundreds. All right, now the next one says draw 10 more than 112. So you know what? I'm just going to do it easy. I'm going to draw 100, a stick of 10, and 2 1s. That's 112. Now it says 10 more, so I'm going to add a stick of 10. Now does yours look like that? What number is it, Miss Polka Dot? Well, see, if you count the 100, 110, 120, 121, 122, you come up with 122. Oh, she got it. 122. Is that what you got? Let's see if we can count it. 100. Is the glare on there? 100, 110, 120, 121, 122. Very good, Miss Fluffy Polka Dot. Now, it says color the shapes to match the key. I'm not going to help you with that. That's very kindergarten work. I will help you read these. This is circle, square. Can you figure that one out? Triangle, rectangle. Tells you what color to color them. So that is all of your math. So I will see you next for... Probably we'll do, I think it says do art first, but I think we're going to do science first. But you can watch the videos in whatever order you want. But I'm going to go ahead and get the science one done first. All right, I'll see you in a minute.